The most loyal prison time taker. We got Weebay from The Wire versus Otto from Sons of Anarchy. Anybody in here that's not familiar with Sons of Anarchy, shout out to Kurt Sutter, who actually plays Otto, by the way. This is one of my favorite shows. It's about a motorcycle gang. And they rebellious as hell, bro. Relentless. This shit is, man, this is one of my favorite shows. Like I said, you got to go check it out. I don't want to get too deep into it because this ain't what this is about. But as far as this character, Otto, he pretty much is doing time. Like, when we introduced to him, he is already doing time. He doing time for this motorcycle club, which is basically a gang. I mean, they do gun running, drug running, all of that. Killing, murders, all of that. That's what they into. But it's really the guy that they got doing time for them. When you talking about suffering, when you talking about really holding it down, Otto, this man went through hell. And I don't mean like just literally, well, yeah, I do mean literally. It's the shit that he had to do and the shit that he had to. Once again, when I say the game is rigged and this is why I'm doing this guy found out certain things as far as the club and what they did and shit that they held back from him while he was doing this time. Once again, the price that comes with being the foot soldier or being the guy on the sidelines that's willing to take the time or that's out here in the middle of everything, that's being seen, doing everything, that's not in the background with the main guy. This is the consequences that come with that. And this is why I'm doing both for these individuals. Weebay, though, this is a different type of individual as far as when it's come to taking time. Not only is he willing to hold it down, but it's the fact that he's willing to take on extra as far as murders. It don't matter. He's not telling on nobody. So, most loyal prison time taker. We got Weebay from The Wire versus Otto from Sons of Anarchy. And once again, we are introduced to Otto already in prison. Weebay, he gets caught up while we are looking at him as far as the first season. He is in the streets, but he gets caught up and gets locked up by the end of the first season. But throughout other seasons, as far as where like season 2, season 3, 4, and 5, we get certain scenes with him while he's in prison or whatever. So y'all let me know who y'all got. And of course, you know I got clips. So most loyal prison time taker, Weebay from The Wire versus Otto from Sons of Anarchy.
Even dream about straight life for all these bodies? You gotta wake up talking about Avon Barksdale and Stringer Bell.
Nah, but as to murders, you might as well give them what you have. Because anything you leave out is outside the deal. If they learn about it later, they can charge you later.
Fuck it then. For another fish sandwich and some tater salad, I'll go a few more.
You want that?
Medium rare out of horseradish. All right. I did, little man. Thinking he might get weak on that cop getting shot.
Yeah? Where's the body?
Druid Hill, behind the reptile house. Get back in the weeds, we might go find what's left of him.
All right, that's 7. What else you got?
How about them witnesses? The security lady, and what's his name? The maintenance man.
Gant?
Yeah, Gant.
You did Gant alone.
Do you see Weebay? This man was copping to murders that he didn't even commit. That was the part about it. Like, no, nigga, I'm not no snitch. You bring me an extra sandwich and this and the third, like, shit, I copped to a couple more murders. Like, the confused look on his face, not only on Weebay, but on my man face. I forgot his name. But he was the guy that was always drinking with Minotti, the big dude. Shout out to him. But it was both of their expressions. He said, you shot the witness? Weebay like, yeah, so sure, I did. No, nigga, you didn't do it. But once again, most loyal prison time taker, Weebay from The Wire versus Otto. And of course, I got my man Otto, and I got to play a clip from him and his loyalty to the motorcycle game as far as the Suns.
Is it? I did. Thanks. You sign, then I'll sign.
Shit.
What's the matter?
I don't have my glasses. Did I say this was June or July?
Looks like July.
Oh, shit.
I got you straight.
Once again, most loyal prison time taker. Weebay from The Wire versus Otto from Sons of Anarchy. The fact that they was offering this man who was already doing time, who had been doing time for a long time, freedom. Not only freedom, he gonna be able to get back with his wife. The fact that they gonna move him, protection, everything. And he had already been through so much. But he was willing to still not only hold it down for the Sons and his crew, but to prove to them, to let them know that I'm holding it down. This is a federal agent, by the way. He whooped her ass just to prove to them and let them know that I got this. I'm holding this down. I ain't telling shit. I ain't snitching on nothing. Once again, man, you got to understand what this man go through. Shout out to Key Robinson. My bad. Shout out to Tony Robinson. Bro, I said Key Robinson. I'm in here low key. I'm looking at what you said, too. Shout out to Tony Robinson coming through, though. Always coming through, showing support. Appreciate you coming through, bro. Yeah, I'm doing a little new thing. The game is rigged. If you watch Raising Canaan, as far as Power Book 3, and if you familiar with the show and you just watched the recent episode, my boy Scrap got took out. So I'm basically talking about them loyal street soldiers that's always suffering or always paying that price, thinking they're going to always come at the end on top because they holding it down or whatever, but that ain't the circumstances, especially in these situations. But when it comes to most loyal prison time taker, when you talk about Weebay, and I played 2 clips, Tony, or whoever else coming through watching and checking me out. Shout out to anybody coming through and checking me out. Weebay, like my man was sitting here telling you, if you give me extra sandwiches or whatever, I'm gonna cop to more murders. Like it don't matter. I'm not telling though. Then you got my man Otto, who already been doing time, and I mean hard time, and everything handed to him, and he's still willing to hold it down. But not only hold it down, whoop a federal agent ass, which means he's probably going to get extra time added on to whatever time he already got. So most loyal prison time taker, when it comes to the game is rigged, and then when it comes to sacrifices, and as far as doing time and being separated from your family and going behind these bars, I got to go with Otto. I got to go with Otto. Once again, man, the fact that Weebay was copping to murders that he didn't commit, that was already some extra in itself. Like I said, that's a whole nother level of loyalty and holding it down. But you got a whole federal agent in there telling you that not only you can go free after the time you done, but I'm going to bring your wife in that you haven't seen in I don't know how many years, which means you ain't been around females, this and the third. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's doing time. And I'm going to keep you protected. Not only that, I'm going to move you somewhere to a completely new location. He didn't just hold it down. Once again, he beat a federal agent's ass. So you know the ramifications that come behind it. I got to go with Otto. Weebay, one of my favorite characters, man. It ain't the fact that he was doing what he was doing. Like I said, he was on demon time. Like I said, it's just the performance and what comes behind what he was doing. And the fact that it's a scene later on in the season, as far as like maybe season 4. I think it's season 4 where he's locked up, but they introduced us to his son as far as naming, and it's a certain situation to go down where he got to make sure his son is going to be straight or whatever, and he ends up doing that, knowing what he going through. So, with all that being said, I got to go with Otto. Most loyal prison time taker, definitely. With everything he been through and what he went through, and everything he goes through in later seasons as far as Sons of Anarchy. And if you don't watch Sons, you know what I'm talking about.